All right, so right here we go now, right into the Veracrypt website. What we need to do is just go on in. So this is the website, the link here. I'll leave it in the description so you can go and then download right here. So now you can see from here we have Windows, Veracrypt for Windows, Veracrypt for Mac OS X, then for Linux and various distros as well, Raspberry Pi, FreeBSD, and lots and lots of other operating system. But what we're looking for is the installer for Microsoft Windows. Now I'm running Microsoft Windows 10 Enterprise, so at least I'll go for this one, installer for Windows 8 and later, so Windows 8 and above, you could use this. So I would just go ahead and then download the first one. But if you're using Windows XP, Vista 7, yeah, there are various versions of Veracrypt for all of these operating systems. So I'm going to download this one, Veracrypt setup 1.2.4, and then right here I'll go to my downloads folder. Okay, then I have Veracrypt, save. Then once that is downloaded, we'll just go on and okay, right here, almost done. We'll just go on and then install it. Okay, let that finish off. You could either encrypt an entire disk, you could also encrypt files and folders. Okay, so I'll show you how that is done when this is done installing. So we open that up, then let it take us to the installer. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, yeah, of course, English. Then terms and conditions. I mean, these things are usually very hard to read off, but I mean, sometimes they are helpful. Accept, next, install. Yes, that's what I want to do. And where do you want to install it to? So I think here, C program files, that is fine. Install for all users. I have 2 different users on this computer, so I think that is fine. Add Veracrypt to startup menu. Maybe I don't want that. Add Veracrypt icon, yes. Associate ish. With Veracrypt you could leave that on. Create system restore point, well, you could leave that on as well, but there we go. Install. Alright, so that is done. Click on OK. Alright, so once that is done, just come back to desktop, hit refresh, and right here, so I'm going to try to create some files here. So create a new folder. Good. And then in this folder I'll create some few files. Text, done. Microsoft Word file, done. Then an Access database file, yes. I think that's enough. Publish a file. Good, so literally one of everything. Alright, so close that off, and then we have this file, this folder here with the files included we want to encrypt. Okay, so we just go in, launch Veracrypt for the first time. Then you have all of these volumes over here. Now don't worry about this, sometimes this could be as confusing as possible. The only thing you need to do now is create a volume. So remember, this is like creating a flash drive, creating a virtual, I should say. This is like creating a virtual flash drive on your computer. So all you need to do is just hit on create volume. Then you come in right here, Veracrypt volume creation wizard. So create an encrypted file container. So we are creating a container right in Veracrypt. Okay, but this is going to be on our computer, of course, but it's only accessible using Veracrypt. So click on next, and I want standard Veracrypt volume, then volume location. Okay, so to make everything easier, I'm just going to put this on desktop and desktop. And then file name, I'll just put volume. Okay, so created this file, Vera volume on desktop. Okay, these are all encryption algorithms, but AES is okay. It's just okay for standard users. If you want to be more secure, you could probably go with others. So like these are different types of encryptions which are put together to make the security of these encryption algorithms more complex, if I should say. So I have AES, and then hash algorithm, of course I need 512, SHA-512, and then hit next. So now you need to create the size you want for your container to hold your files. So this is like your virtual flash drive to hold your files for encryption. Now I think I'm going to go with these files shouldn't be more than so I'll go with megabytes and go with 100 megabytes. So of course, if you have larger files, you would have to go gigabytes, terabytes, but this is just simple files. I mean, they are not that big. So I'm just going to go with 100 megabytes, then hit next, and then select a password. Very important. Of all the processes we've gone through, I mean, this is one of the important places where you need a very strong password to ensure that your files are safe and then they are not easily cracked or brute forced actually. So what I'm going to do is go in with my password. Okay, that is pretty long. Then okay, then you could use key files, or you could use display password. No, I don't want to do that. You could use pin also to probably create something like a two-factor authentication, but that's not necessary for demo purposes, but you could certainly use that as well, but I won't. And I'm going to hit next. One and short passwords are easy to crack. We recommend choosing a password consisting of 20 or more characters. Are you sure you want to? Yes, I do. Alright, so right here we'll just give it some time to hash our password and then to create our container for us to use for disk encryption, or to encrypt our files and folders. So right here, randomness collected from mouse movement. So I'm going to hit format. That is when it's done. Okay, good. So we have it over there. Okay, Veracrypt volume has been successfully created. Click on OK. Then okay, so no, I don't wish to create another. Okay, so once we are done, we have our Vera volume right here. Let me drag that up here. So this is now our virtual flash drive, and all we need to do now is to mount this virtual flash drive. Hence we can drag this file into the flash drive or into the folder. So when that is done, the only thing you need to do is click on select file, then you come in here. Now the file was stored on desktop, so go to desktop, and right here Vera volume, open. Okay, and then we have mount. So my password again, remember this is the password I used earlier. So oh, sorry. Okay, then hit OK. Okay, great. So right here we gave it 100 megabytes, but right here we have 99 megabytes. Of course we get that. All right, so that is just about done. You can just double click on that to open, And this is our Vera volume. Easy peasy. So all I need to do now is just drag this in here, and now new folder is encrypted inside Vera volume. How cool can that be? Alright, so here we go. I can close this off, and then dismounts that. Okay, and then exit. So hit refresh. Now I need to find the software to open this file, but you can always go Veracrypt, double click A. Now I need to select the file. Now go back to desktop, select my Vera volume, hit open, then mount. Oh, sorry. Yeah, mount. Then enter my password. So that should open up the Vera volume. Then we could see if we still have our new folder inside this container. Okay, so that is it. Double click. And right there, here we go. We have all of our files safely secured inside the Vera volume. How cool can that be? I can also just dismount, exit, and that's all. So